Yo, it's your boy Mr. Box Office TV, and if you don't know, get to know. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 4, and yet the road to the top, the undefeated streak is ended. And to be honest, I might be in the mud after this, but I ain't disappointed. I think they didn't give up, because other Tottenham teams would have gave up. I mean, yeah, let's analyse the game. First half, we were absolutely all over them, all over Chelsea. Chelsea just didn't have anything to answer for. Like, we had more of the play, we gave them all the game. We were the best. We were the best out of all of it. Let's be honest. Chelsea didn't know what to do. Kulusevski scored. It was a deflection. I was arguing with somebody in the crowd saying, "Oh, Kulusevski's playing well." I was like, don't know about that. I've got to be honest, don't know about that. But Johnson was causing problems. You had Poro, Udogie, and then you had Van der Ven, and it was just so cool, calm. Then Chelsea started getting into the game. And when Chelsea started getting into the game, there was the problem. Chelsea started to feel confident, and then they scored. It was offside. Then the VAR could controversy. Now, I was sitting in the North Stand. I didn't even know what was going on. I thought it was offside. I was thinking, oh, is it going to be a goal? And then I see a red card. And I was like, I thought it was just a penalty we're trying to wait for. And then I was thinking, well, if we're going to give the penalty, well, Vicario, who saved some very good saves, made some very good saves towards the end of the during the first half, some very good saves. Once, a couple of one-on-ones. Sterling, again, I mean, for me, Sterling didn't impress me at all, I've got to be honest. I think you look at some of our players, like Son, for instance, who, again, should have scored in the first half. The second half was really... I mean, he could have scored a few chances, but that was the crucial part of the game. Romero made a stupid challenge before the actual challenge from Romero. It was Udogie who made the stupid challenge, the two-footed challenge, which really, if you look at it, should have been a sending off. Should have been a sending off completely. Then that transition of play goes into the box. Romero makes a stupid challenge, goes over the ball, and it was definitely a sending off. Now, I had to call somebody to find out that was a sending off. Now, that's sad. VAR really did ruin the game for me. I mean, it's just too long, really too long, for me to be waiting for us as fans to find out what was actually going on, and as fans to find out, oh, it's offside, then a penalty, then a bad challenge, then serious foul play, and it's just ridiculous. So for me, that was bad. Vicario nearly saves the day for us again, and unfortunately, Tottenham had to leave. Tottenham, it was 1-1. So we got into the second half, and it was interesting because then you had Emerson and Dyer in defence. We have to make a comment on the whole thing about Van der Ven as well, because Van der Ven, that was just terrible. Van der Ven just running, just chasing after a ball, and look what happens. He pulls up, and it was just like a sigh. As soon as that happens, he's pulled up, and it's just, I just don't understand. Then you bring in on Emerson, then you got Dyer, and then you're looking at it and saying, okay, this is going to be an interesting second half. Then you're sitting there looking at Chelsea, and you say, what are you going to do, Chelsea? What are you going to do? did absolutely nothing, Chelsea. Absolutely nothing. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. This is me talking. Chelsea did absolutely nothing in that second half. I was sitting there watching Modric. Modric, who came on, he came through how many times? Vicario had him on toast every single time. Sterling had him on toast every single time. I mean, honestly, like, we should have at least got a draw out that game. That was with 10 men. Then, unfortunately, Doji makes a stupid challenge. 9 men. Because he has a second yellow card. But to be honest with you, he should have got sent off anyway. So then, Chelsea, unfortunately, ended up getting through. And the amount of times they kept on getting through, well, there's a question mark on whether Postecoglou should have really, maybe should have played a more deeper line rather than a higher line. But to be honest with you, we all know what Postecoglou is going to do. He wants to play a high line and that's it. But Chelsea ended up scoring a few goals and yeah, that's it. Tottenham Hotspur end up losing the game 4-1 and that's all we can say. Now what are we going to say now? What we're going to see now? Because what I got from that today, or what I did get from that today, is that Tottenham didn't stop fighting. They didn't stop fighting. That's the main thing I got from today, is that we didn't stop to fight. You know, we kept going and that's it. We didn't give up. Other teams, you know, last season against Newcastle, we lost 6-0, 6-1 or 6-0 against them. That was a team that gave up. Today, we did not give up. And we could have actually got a draw out the game because Dyer nearly scored the goal as well. So there is a lot of positive to take out of this. I've got a lot more out of this than all the other games I've seen before. It's just now how we recover, and that's it. And this is what I was talking about all through June when he came in, Postecoglou. This is what I spoke about. But overall, other than the 2 goals that we let in, I've taken a lot out of this today. And that's a lot for me to say that right now. Because you learn more when you're losing, when things are bad, when the good times, and that's it. So hopefully you got exactly what I was talking about. I'm going to have to talk about it a little bit more when I actually watch the game back, because there's a lot of things I did miss, unfortunately. I got into the wrong seat. Don't get me started on that one. Someone getting Mr. BOXOFFICE out his seat. Come on now, having a laugh. But ultimately, Tottenham Hotspur, their first loss to the Premier League this season. We go on to Wolves, and let's see what happens next. And that's it. On a very cold Monday evening, and there we go. And that's it. So we'll leave it there. And as always, if you didn't know, get to know, support your boy, Mr. BOXOFFICE, subscribe and like, and I'm out.